Hey there, Scott again, and welcome to this video where we're going to talk you through how to edit your Authority Engine membership site. So the first thing you're going to want to do on the dashboard is go to the memberships tab and it'll bring up the various memberships that you have access to. And the Authority Engine in this particular instance for you is the one you're going to want to edit. So again, like we always have, we click on these three buttons and we hit the edit icon. Now, again, you may want to change the name of it to something more memorable for you. Steve's Membership. It could be a course, whatever name that you'd like to give it. I would suggest this is the place where you'd want to change it. And then we hit edit and we wait for the membership itself to load and we'll walk through the process. And the beauty of this platform is that everything takes you through step by step. So it's very, very difficult to miss anything because it is so step by step. So it's just loading all the relevant information for us now to begin editing. So in relation to membership details, the first thing you might want to do is hit change. And again, you can change the name here if you haven't already done so. You can change the membership description. So you might want to give the membership a name and a brief description about what the membership does. And then it's going to ask for your sales promotional page, and that's already done for you. So it's a Kartra page. It's in the category of Authority Engine. And in this instance, it's the Authority Engine homepage. That's how that's set up for you. Although I do need to change that because I have moved that around now. It's now the product sales page. So that way they know that those two pages are interlinked. You can change the logo if you choose, and you can change that and you can upload your own like we did before. Very, very straightforward. So I'll cancel that. And then once you've done that section, you just hit save. Password protection, we definitely want to leave that on. So people who are paying members, we want to make sure that only paying members get access to your membership. So the access to the membership itself will be password protected. I suggest you leave that on. And then we move on to the next step. So we hit save and next. So now we actually go into the building of the membership itself. So what we want to do is launch the builder. And again, it's not too dissimilar to the page builder and the email. And like all the other sections within the Kartra platform, you do also get a tutorial to start if you choose to use it. So you start tutorial and there's a couple of little steps here just as reminders of exactly how to use this particular section within the platform. And once you're completely comfortable and you don't want to see these every single time, again, you can tick this box that says don't show again, or in this instance, I'm just going to go to let's get started. So let me just move this aside. This is exactly how the membership's set up at the moment. You have a sidebar here with a range of things that you can do, and I'll cover that shortly. But the first thing you might want to do, for example, is put in your new logo. So again, upload your own logo and then hit save, and that will automatically swap that out for you. Now you have your author section here. This is one of the first things I would suggest that you take care of to include your own details. So as with everything, we hit the pencil icon to edit, and this will open up. And then I would highly suggest you put your own image in here of yourself, put your name in this section here, and then add in your own social media platform URLs of all the various platforms that you're currently on, and then hit save, and that will all save in this section here for you as well. Now you can build this out in any way you choose, but I often find simple's best. So what I would highly suggest you do is either create a video or some form of welcome, because this was likely to be the first page that your new customers will land on when they go to use your membership. So something along the lines of welcome to Steve's membership, and you might want to include a video saying, hey, thanks very much for taking action. I'm really glad to see you here. But then we have some tips that I've included here. Again, so your customers can hopefully get the most out of their interactions with you as far as this particular training is concerned. But you'll find throughout the process there's a range of placeholders here which you can do with whatever you choose. So in this instance, this is obviously a video placeholder. So if you want to place a video in here, like everything again, we press the edit icon, and there is a few different options available to you. One of the beauties of Kartra is that you can use them to actually host your videos for you. So what I tend to do for myself is that videos that are promotional or social in nature, or I guess I would call non-gated or free content, I'll use the likes of YouTube and Vimeo for those types of videos, so I can gain traction across a number of social platforms. But when it comes to course content or gated content that people have paid for or had to go through multiple steps to reach, you may want to set either of those platforms, the likes of YouTube, Wistia, or Vimeo, to private, or Kartra can actually host the video on your behalf, and that way only members that you decide to get access to those videos will be able to see those videos. But bear in mind, if you choose to go that route, the costs can increase because of bandwidth, etc. So be careful in terms of how much content that you use Kartra for in relation to hosting your videos. But again, what you'd want to do here is if you are hosting through Kartra, you'd select a category, and then you'd find the video within that particular category if it's already uploaded in Kartra, and that will automatically populate for you. Or as I said before, you can use YouTube, and all you need to do is put a URL in here. Nope, didn't do it. Bear with me. I'm just going to throw in the URL from another video, and that's done. Hit save, and that will load. And now your video is included in the membership. It's very, very, very straightforward. Now you don't have to be limited by what you're seeing here on the screen. There are a number of things you can add. So if we open up this sidebar, you can add things like a banner. So let's just say you want to do some cross promotion of some of the other offers or products that you have. So I'm just putting this in for now. This will upload. Take a few seconds. So again, because this is designed as a multi-purpose branding authority engine website, even though you found that in this instance that new customers have taken action, for example, in getting access to the video training that I provided, what you'll also might be able to find is that you can cross-promote maybe your strategy calls or other offerings that you may be able to assist them with. So this is a perfect opportunity to cross-promote. So once that banner's been uploaded, you just put in a URL. For some reason it's okay, that's why it wouldn't let me. I picked the wrong size banner. That's why it's not letting me do so. But I think you get the general idea there. And again, there are other configured elements you can stick in here. You can put in a headline and then edit that as an example. I'll delete that. Maybe you want to add in some additional text. Maybe you want to add in an image under here. Maybe you want to have multiple videos in this section. You can add in a button as an example. So drag and drop yet again. So enter button text, test button. You can pick a button color. Let's pick blue for argument's sake, and then destination. Let's call it an external URL. And I'll put that YouTube video back in there again because it's already copied and pasted. That's the wrong one. Again, and then you obviously hit save. And that can be basically placed in there as well. You can include opt-in forms, download boxes, links, for example. So maybe as part of this course or any other elements that you'd like to add, maybe there's some recommended links that you'd like to include. So again, as an example, let's put a link box in here. Name your resource, name your URL, hit save, and you're good to go. And that will basically sit in this section here. So you can add to this as much as you see fit, but for simplicity's sake, I've made it as easily accessible and usable for your new customers as possible. Now you'll also have modules and lessons up here. So this is where you're going to want to add your reprogram your mind for success content that I provided for you in the members area. So say for example, module 1, we want to change the name of that, and let's call it video 1, for example. Then we hit save, and that's now video 1. And then we go to lesson 1, and we click on it, and here's lesson 1. And then again, we can upload the video, video 1 in the series that was provided for you in the members area. And again, you can upload it to Kartra, YouTube, Wistia, or Vimeo. And if it's Vimeo, you put in the Vimeo code. If it's Wistia, the Wistia code, YouTube, the URL, or if you've uploaded it to Kartra, you just find it within the right category and it will self-populate for you. Again, hit save, and that will all be done for you. It's very, very straightforward. And then you move on to lesson 2. We move on to lesson 2, and then we do the next video here, lesson 3, next video, so on and so forth. It's very, very straightforward to do. Just going to re-edit this back before we move on. So that is essentially how you're going to be wanting to add in the content from the Reprogram Your Mind for Success video training, and it's very, very straightforward to do. So then when you've finished making the edits that you choose to make, and there's a number of different things you can do here, but if at any stage you need to get called away to do something, you can literally hit Save Progress. You can hit Preview and see what it looks like in real terms. But if you're happy with everything you've done, you're then going to want to hit Save and Exit. And you have a few options available to you here as well. So you can change the color. So this has been pre-configured in black, but there are multiple colors here you can choose from if you prefer to choose a different color for your membership. And you can also choose a different theme or platform, if you like, in terms of how the membership site itself is presented. But for argument's sake, I'm literally going to leave this as is, but you can make that determination for yourself. So once you've done uploading the various content that you need as part of this membership, you literally hit Save and Exit. So that will now save. And then we'll also hit Save and Next and go on to the next step. Now, again, this is completely your choice. You can enable comments. So you might want to have the opportunity to communicate with your new members within the membership by enabling comments. So you can do that, or you can turn that off. That's very straightforward. You can also be advised that all comments must be approved by admin, or you can auto approve all comments. So if you leave it at comments must be approved by admin, very similar to blog sites, if you've ever used one of those for yourself, you will get notified before the comment goes live, because it can be quite dangerous, and there can be some reputational damage if you just allow people to make comments without you seeing them first, especially if you've got disgruntled members perhaps. So it's always best, in my opinion, to have the comments approved before they go live. So we then move on to the next step. Membership access levels. It's all very straightforward. They'll all get instant access to all levels across all modules. Because we've only set up a singular membership, you might find that if you decide to clone this or use this for something else, or possibly add in additional content, you might do an upsell where they spend X amount of dollars to get access to additional content. You might want to set level 1 is only for Reprogram Your Mind for Success, and level 2, they get Reprogram Your Mind for Success and additional content that you've created, and you can set those membership levels accordingly in this section here. Save and Next. You can display a progress bar if you choose. And again, this is a way for you to potentially increase the engagement in terms of the consuming of the content with your new customers and members within the membership area. So for example, if they've watched 2 of the 12 videos, you can say they're at 10% progress at the moment, and some of these little elements within the membership area can really highlight the value of finishing the course. You could display the progress bar and force linear progression. So for example, they have to watch the videos in order, they can't skip ahead. Or you can display the progress bar and don't force linear progression, which means, yes, they'll still see progress, but they can skip around to the videos in any fashion they choose. Save and Next. So this is connected to a help desk, and at the moment it's connected to the Authority Engine help desk. So we'll be touching on that and how to edit that in a video that you'll see soon. But that is already connected to your Authority Engine help desk. So if anybody does have any issues or questions, or they can't access something, or they're confused, you'll have a membership icon that they can get access to, and they can send you a ticket, and you can respond to that as you see fit. Next up, we have their welcome message. So first, again, as I've touched on in a previous video in relation to the email automation, make sure that you set it up via your own, any emails that go out are set up via your own gateway. But the key component here is the welcome message. So again, you can use the design template that we've designed in an earlier video and just basically copy and paste that in here. So for argument's sake, let's do that really, really quickly. So all you want to do is delete the old. delete the old. Now, you can change any of this information as you see fit, but the elements that you really shouldn't change, can't change, don't change, please don't touch, at the very least, are these three elements here, because this will automatically provide a link to their login page after they purchase the access to your membership. It will give them a login email and a login password. That way they'll be able to automatically access content without having to reach you. If you want to change any of this other content, by all means, feel free to do so. But really, it's pretty straightforward. It obviously says, hi, first name, welcome to my membership. Here's your personal login details to access the training. I recommend copying and pasting your password to avoid all errors. And you can obviously see the rest here. But if you choose to moderate or change or edit any of that, by all means, do so. But these three elements I highly suggest do not touch, because it will ruin the automation within the series. And then you're done. You've now got your template. We've copied and pasted in the new information, and we're ready to go. And that's done. So we hit save there, and that's done. There's your welcome message. So automatically people will be sent that after they purchase, and they can log in straight away. Then we hit save and next. You can choose to assign tags, but there's no real need to, because we do that through the other parts of this particular process. We don't need to subscribe them to any lists because they're already members of lists after they've made a purchase. Same with the sequences. And at this stage, I've included no additional or advanced automation, so we can just move on. And you're done. Your membership is now ready to go and live. It's very, very straightforward. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to link it to an actual product. And in this case, it'll be the Reprogram Your Mind for Success video training series, which I'll go through in another video in the not too distant future. But that's it. It's pretty straightforward. Hopefully you got some value from this video and you understand in a bit more detail how to actually edit your membership. Again, if you have any questions or you have any confusion, by all means, feel free to watch this video as often as you like. But at the same time, if you do need any additional help, just hit me up on my help desk and I'm more than happy to get to you as quickly as I can. But that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.